I'm Alan Weiss, and this is The Writing on the Wall. Welcome to Writing on the Wall. This episode is called The Sky is Falling. And for those of you who follow my podcast, The Uncomfortable Truth, this is a duplicate on video of my podcast because I wanted also to explain this to some of you face to face because it's so important. I've kidded a lot about Chicken Little and the sky falling. But climate change is happening and it's doubling down on us. I mean, the degree to which we do something about it is the question, but it's here and it's been here in the past. So we have issues with plastic bags. We want people to use reusable, paper bags. We've got electric cars that might create as big a carbon footprint as internal combustion engines because of the need to generate all that energy. I purchased a Rolls-Royce, my second Rolls-Royce. It's the last internal combustion Rolls-Royce convertible that will ever be made. Just luck. But that's going to be a collector's item. I'm never giving it back. AOC, of course, wants to kill all the cows. Let's get rid of that ugly methane. Here's a scarier thing, though, beyond my kidding about it. If we're going to attack climate change, it has to be global. It involves trust and collaboration. Winds and tides and waters and so forth don't stop at geopolitical boundaries. The trouble is we all hate each other. Religion, land, wealth, philosophies, beliefs. We hate each other. We're not getting along at all. So the United States and Russia and China and Japan and India, and add in whoever you want, need to agree and enforce what needs to be done. What's the chance of that? It also means the wealthy nations have to support the poor nations. The wealthy nations got wealthy based to a large extent on extraction technology. Australia is still very engaged, for example, in extraction technology. Can we say to developing nations, you can't use extraction technology, you can't fire coal for heat? We did it, but you can't. You're simply too late. No, we have to support them and provide options for them if we don't want that carbon footprint. And so not only do we have to cooperate and collaborate, the rich have to help the poor. But we can't do that and subsidize corrupt governments in Latin America, in parts of Asia, in parts of Africa. As I record this, in the last month, there have been 3 different coups in Africa. 3 in 30 days. And so the money we have tried to pour into these countries has often gone to corrupt politicians. So the conflicts are obvious, but no matter what we decide to do, it's impossible to reconcile this and to fix it locally. I don't care what California does. I don't care what laws they enact, what satellites they put in the air, who they put dreamily in the governor's office. It's not going to help. We need an international collaboration of trust and sharing of wealth if we're going to have any impact on climate change. Otherwise, we just kick the can down the road as they've been kicking it down the road for decades and decades. And at this rate, probably, I don't know, my great-grandchildren might have a really serious problem. And by the way, we have to stop allowing people to build houses on the water's edge and be insured for them. We have to stop people from building homes in forests and where there are likely natural disasters. And by the way, most of the science shows that you shouldn't try to prevent forest fires or to extinguish them rapidly. You should allow them to happen because they really are important in re-nurturing the earth. So we have to think of wars coming perhaps over land and water. In the American West, you can see internecine strife over the waters of the Colorado River, for example. Or what about internationally? The Paraná right now in South America is causing a huge problem. We have to think that weather might be weaponized. People might determine in governments with nothing better to do how to create hurricanes, how to create typhoons, how to create cyclones. So I suggest that if we want to get serious about climate change, we have to get serious about the earth on which we live and the times in which we live, and understand that these are the issues that have to be addressed and reconciled. And I'd suggest also that we make room at that bargaining table for Chicken Little.